Dave, thanks very much, and thank you all for joining us today. I hope you got the impression from Dave's opening remarks that the IDE is a very busy place these days. It's amazing fun to be in the middle of it, and the reason we started the initiative was, as Dave says, Eric and I wrote this book because we got the sense that the future was coming at us because of tech progress much more quickly than most of us were anticipating. And all the work that we've done, and I think our conveners today would agree that all the work that they've done just increases this conviction that we are heading into some flavor of science fiction future with remarkable speed. I think I'm jaded now. I don't even get surprised when I open up my browser in the morning and there's some other crazy breakthrough in autonomous vehicles or deep learning or some flavor of drone swarm or something that seems straight out of a science fiction movie that is now very quickly becoming business reality. And we think that there are two things that need to happen when change is this deep and this broad and this fast. The first is we need to do research to understand what's going on. The second is we absolutely need to be convening conversations, to be bringing groups like this together at events like this, just so we can learn from each other, talk about what we're seeing, and advance the conversation about things like the platform revolution, which we all agree is one of the most important flavors of change happening, I think not just in the business world, but in the world these days. And to kick us off, I really can't think of a better person than our opening keynote speaker to help us understand what's going on, because Sam Palmisano was the CEO of IBM from 2000 to 2012, which was a time when IBM was continuing to go through changes to not only its business model, but I think its DNA that must have been strategically not at all clear at the time, even though in retrospect they were great changes. And organizationally, I can't imagine how wrenching it must have been to take this ancient, iconic American technology company and bring it through the changes successfully that Sam was able to do. So as I was preparing to be here today and to introduce Sam, I went back and looked very quickly at some of the things that happened to IBM during his time at the head there. And it's easy to forget how much happened during that period. IBM, while Sam was CEO, got out of the PC and hard disk businesses. These were both industries that the company was instrumental in founding, so walking away from those could not have been easy. They got much more deeply into services. They also started to do very strange things like embrace open source platforms and communities like Linux, which at the time was the province of weird bearded hippies, right? This was not what iconic American companies did. They also were very early to things like the cloud, to things like analytics and big data, and to this huge sea change that we're seeing in artificial intelligence. IBM's Watson supercomputer beat the two best human Jeopardy players on the planet in 2011 while Sam was leading the company. So these were a series of rapid, deep, I'm sure very, very difficult changes that happened inside this company. And since he left IBM, what Sam has been doing is trying to communicate the lessons learned from this kind of change and to keep on top of very rapid business changes like the platform revolution. To do that, he has founded an organization called the Center for Global Enterprise, which is, again, devoted toward research and convening around exactly the changes that are of so much interest to all of us at the IDE. So I can't wait to hear from Sam. Sam?